Beyond the Hype, a fashion lifestyle tech podcast. Presented by Stephanie Williams and Greg Lewis.
Gold. It's been a symbol of wealth and prosperity for centuries, but in the age of cryptocurrency and the metaverse, you might be wondering, where does gold fit in with all this new tech? That's what we're diving into today, how blockchain, the technology behind Bitcoin, is shaking up the world of gold investing and changing how we think about this ancient asset.
It's fascinating, isn't it? We're seeing the intersection of a 5,000-year-old asset with cutting-edge technology. Well, the implications are huge, potentially changing how gold is bought, sold, and even perceived.
Our sources mention tokenization as a game changer. Okay, let's unpack this. We know gold is valuable, but it's also a pain to deal with, bulky, expensive to move around. How does blockchain change that?
Imagine taking a gold bar, securing it in a vault, and creating a digital representation of it on a blockchain, a token. These tokens can be traded instantly and securely online, making gold as easy to trade as clicking a button.
So instead of shipping physical gold bars, we're transferring ownership digitally on a blockchain. It makes sense, but I'm curious, are there different types of these gold-backed tokens?
There are. It's not one size fits all. Some platforms offer stablecoins pegged to the price of gold, which are designed to be less volatile than traditional cryptocurrencies. Then there are gold-backed security tokens, which can represent ownership in a gold mining company or a stream of future gold production. And of course, there are NFTs backed by gold.
NFTs?
Yeah.
Like digital art, but for gold?
Exactly. These NFTs can be linked to a specific piece of gold, like a numbered bar, or even a rare coin, making them unique digital assets.
It's mind-boggling how this technology is being applied. Our source material mentions a company, IPMB, that's doing some interesting things in this space.
They are. IPMB is a prime example of how companies are merging gold with blockchain technology. They've created a dual token system, IPMB tokens for everyday transactions, and GMNFTs, which represent ownership of physical gold held in reserve.
So they're turning gold into something you can actually use in the digital world. But haven't people tried gold-backed digital currencies before? What makes this different?
You're right, the idea isn't entirely new. What sets this apart is the technology and the approach. Blockchain technology allows for far greater transparency and security than previous attempts. And IPMB's dual token system is designed to address some of the challenges that have plagued the gold market, such as a lack of transparency and high transaction costs.
Our sources also mentioned something about a lack of international standards being a challenge in the gold market. How does this new technology address that?
That's a crucial point. Blockchain has the potential to revolutionize the way we think about gold's authenticity and origin. With tokenization, every detail about the gold backing a token, its weight, purity, where it was mined, can be embedded right there on the blockchain for everyone to see.
So it's like a digital passport for your gold, ensuring its origin and quality. No more needing to ship actual gold bars across borders for verification.
Precisely. And because all this information is securely stored on the blockchain, it can be accessed by anyone, anywhere, at any time, making the entire process more efficient and less prone to fraud.
This all sounds amazing, but how can listeners be sure these digital tokens are actually backed by real gold? What's stopping someone from creating fake tokens?
That's where trust and transparency come in. And it's another area where blockchain excels. IPMB, for instance, utilizes a system called Gold Trace 360, which provides complete traceability of the allocated gold backing their GM NFTs.
So it's like a digital paper trail for your gold, verifying its authenticity and origin?
Absolutely. You can track the entire journey of the gold backing your tokens from the mine to the vault. Plus, IPMB undergoes regular third-party audits to ensure their gold reserves match the tokens in circulation. They even offer the option to redeem your tokens for physical gold, if you prefer.
Okay, so we've got digital gold, traceable from mine to vault, tradable 24/7. That's cool, but what does this really mean for someone listening right now? Why should they care?
You're hitting on the key point. This isn't just about tech, it's about access and opportunity. Imagine being able to invest in gold with the same ease as buying a stock online. That's what tokenization offers.
And it's not just about convenience, right? Gold has this reputation as a safe haven, especially during times of economic uncertainty.
Exactly. For centuries, gold has been seen as a hedge against inflation. When the value of fiat currencies like the dollar goes down, gold tends to hold its value or even go up. And now with tokenized gold, you can potentially access that stability with a lot less hassle.
Our sources mention that traditional gold investing has always had high barriers to entry.
That's true. Historically, you needed significant capital to get involved in gold. Buying, storing, and insuring physical gold can be prohibitively expensive for many people. But tokenized gold allows for fractional ownership. You can buy a small fraction of a gold-backed token, making it much more accessible to everyday investors.
So someone who might not have been able to afford a whole gold bar before could potentially buy a piece of one digitally.
Precisely. It's about democratizing access to this ancient asset class. And because these transactions happen on the blockchain, they're often faster and cheaper than traditional methods, cutting down on those pesky fees.
That's huge, especially with how the global economy has been looking lately. Our sources mentioned inflation being a big concern for a lot of people.
Absolutely. Inflation erodes the purchasing power of your money. When prices go up, your money buys you less. Gold has traditionally been a way to preserve your wealth during inflationary periods. And now, with tokenized gold, that option might be within easier reach.
But let's be real, you can't exactly buy groceries with a gold bar. Are there gold-backed tokens designed for everyday transactions?
That's where things get really interesting. Remember those gold-backed cryptocurrencies we discussed earlier, like the IPMB token? They aim to combine the stability of gold with the ease of use of digital currencies, potentially making them viable for daily transactions.
So you're saying we could see a future where you could use your gold-backed crypto to buy a cup of coffee?
It's not outside the realm of possibility. There are definitely projects working towards that vision. It's about bridging the gap between the traditional financial world and the new digital economy.
This all sounds incredibly promising, but I imagine there are still challenges and questions surrounding this new frontier. What are some things investors should be aware of as they explore this space?
You're right to be cautious. No investment is without risk, even when it's backed by something as tangible as gold.
Our listeners appreciate that reminder. So what are some specific things to keep in mind when considering tokenized gold?
Regulation is a big one. The rules surrounding digital assets are still evolving, and this uncertainty can impact the accessibility and stability of these investments.
So do your research and stay informed about any new regulations that might be implemented.
Exactly. Also, while tokenization offers greater transparency than traditional gold markets, investors should still do their due diligence.
Meaning, make sure the company behind the tokens is legitimate and that their gold reserves are properly audited?
Precisely. Check for independent audits, look into the company's track record, and understand how they ensure the security of their digital assets.
That's great advice. Anything else investors should keep in mind?
Remember, the value of gold itself can fluctuate, just like any other asset. Just because gold has historically been seen as a safe haven doesn't mean it's a guaranteed win.
So even though gold has a long history of stability, it's not immune to market forces.
Exactly. Diversification is still crucial.
Right.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket, even if that basket is made of digital gold.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, from digital gold nuggets to gold-backed crypto you can spend. What's the big takeaway for our listener? How do we make sense of it all?
We're seeing a fundamental shift in how we think about and interact with value. Gold, for centuries, a symbol of tangible wealth, is now entering the digital realm, becoming more accessible and adaptable than ever.
It's like we're taking this ancient symbol of wealth and translating it into the language of the future.
And you, the listener, are witnessing this transformation firsthand. The question is, how will you choose to participate in this evolving financial landscape? Will you become a digital gold investor? Use gold-backed crypto in your daily life. The possibilities are only just beginning to unfold.
It's both exciting and a little daunting, right? The future of finance is being written right now, and it seems like gold, with its long and storied history, is going to have a fascinating role to play.
Absolutely. And who knows? Maybe this fusion of ancient assets and cutting-edge technology holds the key to a more stable and accessible financial future for everyone.
That's something I'll be pondering. One thing's for sure, the future of finance is anything but boring. If gold can adapt to the digital age, maybe we all can. This is The Deep Dive. Signing off, keep exploring.
Beyond the Hype, a fashion lifestyle tech podcast.